Right, Shalom, all praises unto Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, double honors to the apostles of GMS. All your brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So there's going to be a quick video right here today. And we're dealing with the famine of the word. And we know the Google and the YouTube and ultimately the elite banking family is going to have it to where the internet is completely switched off or discontinued, okay? So your large scale, all right, person to person connectivity is going to be turned off, okay? Because the internet is seen as a threat to the so-called New World Order, for by it is the truth revealed as pursuant to the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter, which, you know what, let's get into that, okay? So we'll come back to Amos, in fact, we'll read this first and then we go to Isaiah, the 47th chapter, after I read the article. So it says, and behold, the days come, saith the Lord, okay, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, so this is the entry-level tools that are being used as a means of censoring the word that's being pushed heavy, okay? And that's all through the spirit, Yahweh Shem Shai, that the Lord has it to where GMS is out there pushing heavy, okay? So it says, Google seeks to dictate truth using dubious new technology. Tech giant Google has rolled out a new feature that can purportedly discern fake news from fact, okay? And that's an important thing to ask yourself. If it is a means outside of the truth, who's going to be discerning what is truth, then how is the truth going to go out there? In other words, if you got Satan dictating what is truth, then you can bet your bottom dollar that it's going to be lies, it's going to be pushed forth, okay? So when you have it to where you're searching out particular information, well, Google's going to give you the result that it wants to give you, okay? That's why sometimes it does pay to do a bit of digging, because Google just gives you a certain topic. You know, the first page you get to, Google gives you the most popular topics for the most part. That's how the algorithm works, okay? When you put it into the search engine, it just gives you the most popular sites, okay? But to get the truth up there, that's not going to be very popular, and that's why sometimes you have to do some digging and you have to have some corroborating evidence to back up the initial article. But see, they're saying you don't have to worry about that now, because we're going to deal with the fake news by us basically letting us being the ones that dictate what is truth and what is lies, okay? So it says here, Espintine explained that Google has long experimented with different ways by which it can manipulate search results, and that's an important thing to bear in mind, because there's going to be a lot of people out there, all right, asking questions about this truth right now, especially when you got to where you got World War III pop has done popped off, okay, with the situation out there in Syria, the situation out there in North Korea, which Lord's well, I'm going to do a video on tomorrow, okay. You got war popping off on all types of fronts, so people are asking the relevant questions pertaining to their future, which is, hey, that's a thing you're gonna be asking. That's a thing you want to be asking. You know, how you gonna make it out of this, craziness that's gonna come? How you gonna make it out of the time of Jacob's trouble? Okay, is your faith rooted in the correct foundations? Okay, these are the questions that people are going to be asking in these days, because that thirst for this truth is going to be ever mounting, man. In a world where if you got all kind of lies, okay, debauchery, thieving, pride, okay, adultery, idolatry, okay, the men of the Lord were going to be silent, crying as pursuing to the book of Ezekiel, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse. They was going to be in a state where they'll be like, look. This is getting crazy out here. All right, I need to get right with the Most High, because I can feel it within my spirit that something's about to pop off, man. Okay. So it says here, Google has tried many ways of controlling. So we was over here. So it says many different ways by which it can manipulate search results, even before the concept of fake news became popular during the last elections. Okay, and it says here, Google has tried many ways to control those efforts, and they have been really moving away from the idea of just looking at the popularity of sites, which I talked about briefly previously. And it says, and moving into direction of actually trying to figure out what is valid and what isn't valid. And what they're going to push for is a situation where the truth is not valid, the actual truth is not valid, and they're going to push forth propaganda. Okay, propaganda from Fox News, which that's just nothing but propaganda. Okay, right, pushing forth for the agendas of the elites. Okay, Fox News, all right, your mainstream news. That's not good for you, man. Okay, but that's what they're gonna be saying. Look, this is the truth. Okay, but see, the scripture talks about how the truth is going to be what? It's going to be in the minority. It's going to be something that's going to be dealing with a remnant, a small group of people, not a large multitude of people watching Fox News. You ain't going to get the truth there. Okay, you're just going to get the truth in a small outlet. Okay, a bunch of men out there on the streets kicking this word and uploading videos. That was going to be the truth. Okay, and the way they manipulate the same searches on YouTube, guess what? You could type in the very words to make up someone's site, and you will be able to find it because you missed a space or something like that. Okay, but you put out any other craziness or madness, and you miss a space, miss letters, misspell the whole word. Okay, you get to the site you're looking for, and why is that? Because that's the truth is being put back into the truth, the real truth. Okay, is out there being pushed basically into the background, man. Okay, so let's get into the scriptures. So we read the book of Amos, the 8th chapter and the 11th verse. Okay, and we're gonna finish this off in the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter, and I'll just go through the main bits. So Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Okay, I'll go straight to what I want. I think. Okay, so bear with me. I mean, I could read the whole thing, to be honest, because the whole thing is good. So this is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." Okay, that's dealing with Esau's mighty America, right? Said sarcastically. Okay, sit down on the ground, for there is no throne. Okay, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Okay, take the millstone and grind and cover the locks and make bare the legs and cover the thighs and pass over the river. So that's the point I was getting at here. That nakedness, all right, shall be uncovered, and that's where you got it to where they're trying to censor the truth out there, because the nakedness, the shame of America. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel going out there and being put in all kind of captivity. Right, serving hardcore slavery, being killed, lynched. Okay, babies being fed to alligators. Okay, Jake's rods being chopped off, and that was some sort of fun. All right, the origins of barbecues, and that's when they was burning up niggas. Okay, that's the nakedness of America, and they're gonna be trying to push that way into the background now when the Lord's coming back. But guess what? That nakedness is being uncovered. Not to mention all of the homosexuality that's being pushed out there, okay, by way of America. All of the wickedness that's being pushed out there by way of America, okay? All of that nakedness is being uncovered, man. Okay, so that's really the one I want. I'm not going to read all of this. I changed my mind. You can read that for your own self. So I'll read this last one. Again, this is the 3rd verse again. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen, and I'll take vengeance, and I'll not meet thee as a man." So that's what Esau's trying to slow down, okay, using his so-called censorship and his so-called truth-seeking, dictating technologies, okay? So with that, hopefully that was of edification, all right? And I'm going to say double honors to the apostles of GMS, on these brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.